Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by. Hope you're well and hope you're having a super day. Today we're going to do a beef and vegetable stew. I start off with a pound of ground beef and I'm adding a 10-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. Use a big enough stock pot here because we're going to be adding like a ton of vegetables and we need the room. This is the kind of recipe that you go and open your fridge and have a look around and see what's looking maybe a bit tired, maybe a bit wrinkly, and throw them in the pot and make some stew. I hate to throw things out, so this is what I do with my less than perfect veggies. I'm going to stir the crushed tomatoes into the beef because I want the beef to be broken up a lot. I don't want any big chunks. So here's all my veggies. I've got celery, carrots, onions, leeks, peppers, mushrooms. Anything that you have will work in this stew. I'm adding 3 or 4 potatoes that I've quartered. Adding some salt and pepper. I'm going to add 4 to 6 cups or 1 liter of beef broth. I'm using unsalted broth here. I'm always very conscious about the salt content, but you add as the salt that you like. Give that a stir, make sure everything is moist and everything has enough stock to cover the veggies. We're going to put this in the oven at 350 degrees and we're going to braise it for 2 to 3 hours. So there is the stew finished. Come and join me for some lunch. Here's a bonus recipe. I'm going to do some pearl or Israeli couscous. So in a saute pan, I'm adding 2 tablespoons of olive oil and 1 tablespoon of crushed garlic. I get so excited my tongue gets tied. We're going to saute the garlic just to get it going. And I'm adding 2 cups of chopped spinach. This was fresh spinach that I bought and just rinsed it and then chopped it up. You know that 2 cups of chopped spinach is not going to end up in a lot. It gets all frizzled down into little bits. We're going to add some salt and pepper. Gonna add 2 or 3 squirts of Maggi. In this recipe, you can substitute the Maggi for, a couple of drops of soy sauce or a couple of drops of Worcester sauce. Those would all work. Slightly different flavors, but not mandatory that you use Maggi here. And I'm using a cup of multicolor pearl or Israeli couscous. This is basically pasta that is shaped into little balls, and they're different colors because they've got carrot added or spinach added, and some are just plain. We're going to saute that and start getting them brown. And when that happens, we're going to add 2 to 3 cups of chicken broth. We are dealing with a pasta here, so this pasta will absorb all of this liquid. and it'll make a delicious flavor with the pasta. You need to bring it up to a boil and then lower the temperature and simmer for 10 to 15 minutes until most of the broth is absorbed into the couscous. You can see here that the broth is simmering and reducing and making an even better flavor for this couscous. Now most of the broth has been absorbed into the couscous. You'll see the couscous gets quite big. It gets 2 to 3 times its size that you started with. We need to go just a little bit longer because I want more of that liquid to dry up, because we're serving this as a side dish to maybe steak or a pork chop or something like that. And there you have it. It's all ready to go. It's a great side dish for just about any meat. Thanks for stopping by today. I hope you enjoyed some more food that warms your soul. See you next time.